All right, all right, all right. What's up, folks? What is cracking? What's cracking, man? Let's talk about this game today, man. A game that was starting off good, man. It was a very competitive game early on, man. But the disaster that unfolds, man, was of of a self doing, man. They began to unfold, man. Turnovers, certain lapses by the teammates, man. But Shedor's game overall was pretty solid. I think the play calling could have been much better for Shedeur. I think this damn coach should have put the game more in Shedor's hand. I think more passes should have been allowed. Uh, more passing plays should have been called for Shedeur, and as a team, need to move downfield, needing to get on the damn board. Now you start having Shedeur getting more passes once the game was damn near over with. Once the game got out of control, out of reach, then this dumbass coach started to have Shedeur passing. But now as soon as Dylan Gabriel comes in the game, because Shedeur ended up getting hurt for a play, so he had to come out because he couldn't get off the field. So Shedeur ends up getting hurt, trying to slide on a probably a 1 or 2 yard run, whatever it was. He ended up doing what quarterbacks do and slide, and his cleat stuck into the turf, and I think he may have tweaked his ankle or something. So he comes out. This coach, man, was licking his chops, Stefanski. I know he was happy as hell. Yeah, Shedeur's hurt. Hopefully he got a concussion. It's probably running through this whole ass coach's head. Hopefully Shedeur got a concussion, so I ain't got to put him in no more. I can leave my guy in, Dylan Gabriel. As soon as Gabriel coming out there, man, the few fans that was in attendance started booing their ass off. They was booing like a mug. And what does Gabriel get? A pass and play out of the shotgun. And what does he do? Throws that shit way ahead of the damn receiver. Almost got the receiver blown up. And then they immediately pulled him out the game. But they kept running the ball. They were effective on the ground, but man, it's a lot more that this team could have did. But ultimately, it's on the players that end up start turning the ball over. Salute the cloud with TJ says, "Damn, by Cuzzo Deuce time in the building. Salute, salute." And then Mark Summers says, "Laugh my ass off." Says, "Blaming the coach." Says, "And his teammates." Man, did you watch the game, Mark Summers? Who else can you blame, dummy? Says, "Classic." Here go Mark Summers. Always wanted to come in here and defend the grace of his whiteness. This old scumbag punk. And he says the coach can put in whoever he wants. He says you don't even know the coach's job. This motherfucking Mark. So I know that coach going to end up being fired. And that coach probably find another job based on the privileges he gets in this scumbag league, in this scumbag sector of sports called football, who hires the wrong goddamn people to head teams. Just like I just seen the news of this little hoe ass coach of all of football, look like the damn side of a toilet, Lane Kiffin. Here he is up front for another damn job and ain't accomplished the damn thing. But based on this privilege and who else he knows and who asses he kiss, he can bounce from organization to organization, betray kids after kid after kid. Because just like people cry about what NIL deals, same thing that falls with these damn coaches. And Lane Kiffin is a poster child of not giving two shits about kids that he brings into a program to make him look good, to give him rating records, and then he rejects these kids and bounces for other opportunities. So, I mean, some of you motherfuckers don't process shit like that. But going into the numbers for today's game, but once again, Shedeur numbers were real good early on. I think he was like 10 for 16 going into like the fourth quarter or something before they start getting desperate and having to pass the ball. And they were running a lot of screen plays. He did get the one touchdown. It was a good run from the receiver after the catch as well. There's several times he started holding the ball too much. One sack, it was just busted, but he shouldn't have ran as far backwards as he did. I think he lost like 10 yards on that one sack. That was nothing he can do. The two other sacks is him holding the ball, looking for shit. Holding the ball, looking for things to open up downfield. And but ultimately, man, these dudes just fumbling the ball. Man, they was putting the 49ers in some of the You couldn't ask God for better position on the field than what the Browns players were putting the 49ers. And then you have 84. 84 had one of the worst nights, one of the worst days of his damn life. This dude had 3 fumbles, losing one of them. He lost the damn kick. He lost the kick. The one fumble he had was another dumb decision his motherfucking ass made, not calling the fair catch. Catches the ball, tries to get him some return yards because he's looking to fill his fucking stat sheet. Gets popped, ball comes out. Lucky he landed on that shit. Then after stopping the 49ers, these fools, I think, came off a Myles Garrett sack too. And 49ers forced the punt the damn ball. This fool calls for the fair catch and shit hits him right in the chest, putting the 49ers on like the 10-yard, no, they was like on the 8-yard line or some shit. I said, man, what the hell is going on? Then you had this other fool, wait, what is this dude? On his on the punt return. Wait, who was it? Oh, it's the same. Was it the same dude? Wait. No, it is the same dude. 84 did that shit. Wait, was it 84? Who was the dude? No, it was 84 because it's on a punt. This fool, 84 day was all the way fucked up. 84 goes for the punt, running to chase the ball at like the 6-yard line, steps out of bounds, pinning the Browns all the way back into their goddamn end zone. I say, man, these players could not pull their heads out their own goddamn ass. And that's what really cost them the game. That's what cost them the game. I was like, man, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Like, how the hell are you dropping all this shit? And then the fumbles was crazy. So the 49ers got blessed on this one, man. They really got blessed on this one. It wasn't like they had to do a lot. Ain't like they put up much production offensively. What were they on the offensively? 168 yards through the air. Let me put up the numbers. Let's see. There's 168 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, and then 91 on the ground. So it wasn't like they were just blazing the trail on the 49ers. 49ers were inflicting the damage on themselves. They inflicted a lot of damage on themselves. And this is a very close game. It was 10-8 at the halftime. And then it all fell apart. All fell apart, man. That was a tragic game to sit there and watch. And it had nothing to do with Shedeur, who was having a pretty solid game. He had very, very, very solid game. Teammates fucked this one off, man. Especially number 84, who I think they said was a free agent. They think they find, what did they say they found that dude? He was I think he is in his rookie year. Hold on, let me go to this fool. I think they signed this dude. This dude might have been waived. Well, let me see. What is he? I think he is a free agent. Let me see. He was drafted somewhere. I think he was waived by somebody. Where does dude come from? Hold on. Who was he drafted by? Let me see if they show that. But damn, man, oh my God, I felt bad for this dude. Or what did the Browns draft him? Or maybe he was one of them unsigned draftees and shit. I think he was unsigned draftee is what it is. But he had an awful fucking day today, man. And hopefully, the right people get around him to tell him to keep his head up, don't let the shit wear you down. But that was a god awful performance today by number wait, do I got the right person up? Number 84. God awful performance by 84, man. He fucked up majorly today. He's one of the guys that the reason why they lost, and then they had that running back for not Fanning or whatever his name, or the receiver Fanning, who ended up fumbling the ball and losing it. It's just bad, man. I couldn't blame the fans for leaving after that. Mark Summers says Shedeur was bad. Says the completions were all short passes. Says the rest of the offense made him look okay. No, that was the play calling. All that bullshit screens. You need more passes going down the field. He had one pass that did go down the field that was pretty decent pass, but then you had the weather conditions. It was kind of windy out there, and that was like on a third down or something like that, where the ball kind of floated. Even the ball floated on Purdy when he had a pass attempt going into the end zone where he had the tight end in the back. Wynn got up under the ball and sell that shit into the bleachers and shit. But no, he did have a 1D pass, but then they doing all this screen shit. Fuck the win. And that's probably the reason why they thought to run more. No, put the ball out there. These receivers don't want to be running routes and not anticipating the ball coming to them. And then Edwin says Mark says, for your information, says he was better than Dylan. Says you need to keep your mouth closed. Says and go ahead and ask Dylan to marry you. For real. That's how that fool Mark Sumner's acting. He want to be Dylan Ho. And then that's part of Mark Sumner's in the culture too. And Bruce Gass in the building. Salute to OG Bruce Gass. And I'm gonna do a second live because I want to talk about that damn shooting in Stockton. Mark Summers says solid game. Laugh out loud. Says no, he wasn't. Says that Edwin says Dylan could easily replicate those stats. Dylan didn't replicate it when he came in the game neither. Dylan came in the game and threw a ball that Danner got his player blown up, way off target with the throw, showing that Dylan is inaccurate than a motherfucker and why he had to sit back on the bench. And then foul player in the building, salute. And then Edwin says coaches F up the game. Says fourth and 1 twice. Says fumble one and a wildcat the other. Says such have took the point. Says or should have took the points. Yeah, that coach is an idiot, man. He has to go. They're gonna have to find somebody to replace him. Going into the new season, they're gonna have to do away with Stefanski, man, and it'd be even better if the Browns got rid of the ownership. The people who own that team, the way which that team is directed begins to change. They got to change some things within the ownership of that team. They failed themselves going into this draft, the way they came into the season, the self-sabotaging that Kevin Stefanski did leading into this situation and not putting the team in the best position. And then the fact you come in with a veteran in Flacco and then you let him fucking go. Wait, where is Flacco? Flacco went to the Bengals or some shit. You let Flacco go and then go into another situation and decide the same goddamn state. It's some bonehead shit from this damn team. What you bring this dude in the first place for? And then now you sit here and you left with rookies to battle it out. You put the wrong rookie in to take the starting position. And then you find your season done. And then you sabotage the dude who was set to take in the position, not letting him get, work with the first team and shit like that. And then Box Sparring says, fuck Shedeur. Says him and his pop says are some drama queens. Says glad my sorry ass Raiders says passed up on him. Nah, the Raiders is about stupid as fuck. The Raiders about as dumb as the goddamn Cleveland Browns. The Raiders should have took him. Give me 1 second. No. Hold on, folks. Give me 1 second. Let me see what this coach talking about. All right, I'll hit him back in a minute. All right, but the Raiders is a bunch of idiotic team. The Raiders don't know what the fuck they doing. They brought Tom Brady whole ass in there. He ain't make shit better. That old bowl cut having motherfucker don't make nothing better. And Tom Brady probably about to try to do one of the most scumbag moves that corporate type people do. He gonna do some hostile takeover of that team from the bowl cut head Davis punk. And he says Brady gonna get it right, bro. Man, Brady ain't getting shit right. Brady shit was only right in New England because of New England. They don't need no Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady. Tom Brady got all the rings, yeah, because of that damn team. Tom Brady ain't shit to me. I don't like Tom Brady. I'll never praise Tom Brady. Tom Brady a player, though. I like the movie made when he told his broad, like, fuck you, ho. I'm going for another season. I respect him for that, and it shows how unloyal his chick was. Because didn't that chick get knocked up as soon as she left him? So Tom knew what time it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't woo me with the poo nanny and shit. That'd be the coldest thing with relationships. The bitch will try to woo you with the poo nanny. Either you gonna lose her and somebody else will get her. And Tom Brady like, fuck that. Man, I'm Tom Brady. My name carry weight. You all washed up. Hey, man, get up out of here. Shit. Out here shaking and moving, willing and dealing. And then But that's the only thing he get my respect for. But other than that, I don't like Tom Brady. And then what is that name? Says Alex. I think I'm gonna call you Alex. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Or Alex says need to let Shorts run the team. Says and get everyone else out of there. Says when season over. Yeah, they need a clean house, man. They need a clean slate out there in Cleveland. They need it in Vegas right here. The Raiders need a clean house too. I don't know why they brought Chip Kelly, sorry ass, and I think they said that was Tom Brady dumbass idea. So what the hell Tom Brady gonna figure out? It's probably Tom Brady dumbass idea to even bring Pete Carroll in this motherfucker. So I mean, damn, how many jobs are old, washed up ass white dudes gonna fucking continuously get in football? It's no different than that Lane Kiffin shit I'm talking about, which is disgusting. This is why I fall off and want to watch football. It ain't the players I like, but the disgusting nature of football and the executive decisions made in football and how whitewashed and Jim Crow football is. Like, man, please. And that shit goes over the head of a lot of damn people. All this Jim Crow ass shit sitting right in front of your goddamn face every time you watch this shit. And I speak openly against that shit. Motherfuckers can't play me on being no racist when that racist shit sits right in front of your fucking retarded asses. And then and he says, what number is Big U's son? Let me see. Give me 1 second. I forget. Is he number one? I think he wore number one. Hold on, let me go to the Chargers. Shit, he leading the team and then everything with defensively. I mean tackles. Let me not say leading the team and everything. I think he's number one. Let me see what Henley. His last name is Henley. Number 0. He number 0. Yeah, number 0 is a number. So I see on his stats he got half a stack. His production is good, man. That kid been going through a lot, dealing with a lot, and still doing this fucking thing in football. Dealing with his father, fighting for his freedom, his brother being killed, and this kid still going out there doing this damn thing, man, and being able to stay home while leading a professional football career. And then Carolina J Hood got it right, says number 0. And then let me see, where is the last comment? Dr. Sparn says, I don't like Brady either. Says with the whole Tuck rule, says, but his own says, but he's ownership now. He's part of the Jim Crowism of football. Fuck Tom Brady, man. I don't give a fuck about none of these dudes. I want to see ownership that looks like the damn shit that you see on the field. That has, and this is the other thing with football. Football and ownership and the value of these teams would not be shit if it wasn't for these motherfuckers versus this. These teams, that's why these owners, before you get the Jerry Jones and all these other motherfuckers that own these teams, brought these teams for the low millions. In the low millions. Once these players start blazing the fucking field, the values of these teams did this shit. The value networks put on this fucking game, it changed. But then the ownership is still looking like this and playing this bullshit. And then the hype you get is in the quarterback position. The position, when I was a kid, I remember talking about, hearing them still talk about how black people couldn't play this position. So that was a position they try to preserve for white folks. And then that old bullshit racist ass theory fell apart. Same shit in baseball with white management and all that other shit, whatever shit's coming out of baseball. That theory gone. And it lived for as long as it can live to keeping the quarterback position white. And now when you look in college football and all these historically super white ass universities, mainly in the South, you ain't seeing that shit at that quarterback position. But now what you see in the widespread is in the ability for coaches to bounce from team to team, be sorry as fuck, and still be overpaid. It's crazy the fuck to me. And I would never rock with that shit. Fuck Tom Brady, fuck the rest of them, fuck this Jim Crow ass football shit. Every now and then I'll be entertained with, or I want to see certain players succeed. Other than that, fuck a team, fuck the rest of them. I get entertained like following with the cats I'm cool with and we talk the bullshit on sports. But other than that, I ain't no sports fan like that. Fuck these fools. Mark Sumner says Tom Brady used to take less money on his contract so the team could afford more players. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, that's what they tell you. Tom Brady's probably getting that shit. Tom Brady was definitely getting that shit that they try to bring up on what's the dude from the Clippers? The little punk ass reporter try to talk about he's getting money under the table. So back to Mark Summers talking about Tom Brady taking cut. Tom Brady was getting this money the same way that those white reporters try to bring up about Kawhi Leonard getting money off the books. Fucking Tom Brady taking a cut. Mark Summers says, if you think the NFL is whitewashed, says, or Jim Crow says, then you're a Mormon. Then you're a moron. Respectfully, no, don't put no. Get your disrespect up, Mark Summers. Don't put that respectfully shit on here, man. You already know where I come from. I talk. My disrespect is all the way up. You ain't gotta say we still cool. God damn it, you ain't gotta write no damn respectfully, and get your disrespect up. And then Boxer Sparring says Braley only been there since last year. It says he's going to get it right. Man, he ain't about to get shit right. Tom Brady's a fucking degenerate like the rest of them and shit who participates in this bullshit. And the Deuce Time says I'm watching Raiders Chargers right now. And in Carolina says facts. Boxer Sparring says Geno Smith sucks so bad. And that why they didn't bring and that was the other dumb thing. Why you didn't draft the fucking quarterback? That's the other thing. Then they're going to lose Crosby. Crosby would be a damn fool to stay with the Raiders and wait for them to rebuild. He'll be stupid as fuck to not go after an opportunity to put him in the best position because Crosby tried to remain loyal to the Raiders. And it's almost becoming a defeated cause of loyalty inside of the Jim Crow world of sports. These business-minded motherfuckers don't give two fucks about you. So you're going to waste your time when this team is in rebuild process and all you doing is getting older while they look to bring younger motherfuckers in who would eventually replace you. You better go getting it while the getting is good. Crosby better get the hell up out of there. The rest of them veterans who are worth some damn shit, get the hell up out of Las Vegas. And then Papa Smurf says, let my ass off, says, yeah, blacks, says, y'all gods, says, we know that blah, blah, blah. No, nobody said we gods, but I think physically when you put you and another black person up together, what it is. Oh, let me put this shit on Instagram. I'm going to show you some shit because black people ain't the ones who always push this sucker supremacy shit that you guys are taught, that you guys push. Black people don't push that shit. But now that the theories that have been pushed out by white folks about being superior and all this other shit have been debunked, y'all try to run away. Y'all try to run away from that. You guys act annoyed by hearing that shit when a black person is speaking that shit. But now that so I'm gonna go into this shit, almost like what Hitler was teaching y'all, which y'all bring over here when you arrive in America as well. I'm talking sucker supremacy shit, but in this thing, this is reflective of what the German Olympics look like. So remember them out there on that field, like running the Olympics, going in this supremacy state. That's how it looks. That's how it looks. And that's why you don't see America represented. That's how I look. Well, y'all push y'all fucking retarded ass theories of what this and that is, and then you cry once those theories are debunked. But we talk about the greatest in the world based on this shit. And the minute black people start holding the throne of what y'all always took pride in praising and being the greatest in the world, and now that shit is gone. Like, get the fuck up out of here. You can't push the damn goalpost. Goalpost pushing. That's why in football now, all y'all can play is kickers. So keep kicking. Fucking idiot. Mark Summers says many of these former players die broke. Says, but you think they're going to own but you think they're going to own billion dollar franchises? There's some players who retain a lot of their money. Those certain players who build things. There's certain people who kind of cash off of their name, cash off of their status and shit. So not every player is going broke. There are a lot of players, the immature ones, the ones who are caught in never having anything, one to floss, one to be seen, showing their asses off, never pay attention to no accounting within their accounts, and then they lose everything. Other people monopolize off their names. You get Magics, the Shaqs. It's a lot of other people, man, who ain't blowing through their money. And then in Carolina in the rolling, and the boxer sparring says Brady gonna end up calling all the shots, says, and the Raiders will get on track. Man, you can believe that shit. I don't buy into nothing for no Tom Brady. Says that's like Michael Jordan being, so people just based off Tom Brady having all these Super Bowls and not accounting that Tom Brady only won because of the Patriots. And then he rolled into a great situation in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had a defense that was rolling, and they brought in a quarterback who was going to play it safe. That was the only thing. But then people based this shit off Tom Brady having all these rings. Things gonna mean something. Jordan ain't changed shit when he went into ownership. Them teams ain't changed for him. And then he says Mark ain't no football mastermind. Says like his dad. Says like his dad was. Says but Brady is a mastermind. Says it's just going to take a couple of years. Man, what makes Brady a mastermind in football? Outside the networks that program people to buy into this Tom Brady shit, I don't. And then Jesus in the building salute. He says, "Fucking special teams messed up everything, man. The special teams fucked up. Them players in this Cleveland game messed up, man. Royally effed up from the first fumble, then that fumbled punt return. That old boy was part of everything that was fucked up. Then that fool catching the damn punt and stepping out of bounds at the 6-yard line is like, damn, railroading a home game. Oh my God, a game that they could have made more competitive. They could have kept that game super close. Well, with all this sports gambling going on, did those players throw that game? Does old Cash Hampunding Patel need to investigate some of the Cleveland Brown players before Trump fires him from his FBI position? Patel, before you get fired by Trump with your Val Holland ass, you Oreo, you Indian Oreo, Patel, what do you say? Val Holland, brother, you better investigate this Cleveland Browns game before Trump fire your ass, and then he deport you. And then Carolina and Rolling. Spencer says, "Stop the hype." Says, "Stop the hype." Legendary excuses. Now ain't no excuses. They lost the fucking game. But shit, if you watch the game, you see why the game was blown wide open. So what the hell is the excuses? And then Carolina's in there rolling. Boxer Sparring says, on another note, says, "Fuck Blue Blood 78. Drew, Shelton slave ass, Trill Wheels, swirling ass, BLTB," says an entire LDBC. And then Mark Summers says, laugh out loud, says, "Yeah, Tom Brady won 7 Super Bowls. Yeah, other people won Super Bowls with Tom Brady too." Says all because the team was on and not at the says all because the team he was on, says not all because of him. And says not at all because of him. I'm lost on what you just wrote. He says I didn't like the play calls. Yeah, the play calls fat even. The play calls is trash. All that short throwing for Shedeur when Shedeur is accurate as fuck, can get the ball down the field. All them damn running plays. I mean, they just back to back, run. Like, damn, when this kid gonna be able to catch a fucking rhythm? Then you thought the receivers out here cold, the weather fucked up. It's like, man, Stefanski gotta be one of the dumbest motherfuckers on this planet. And then my game is honest, says honesty, says, "What camera are you using?" Says, "You look like you're on Pluto." And I don't know what that means. I don't know why you looking at me. I'm a motherfucking dude and not a woman. So regardless of what I look like, leave the camera how it is. I ain't in here for no. What you want? What you think I'm supposed to look at a nigga doing glam shots? Like, man, I ain't into all that old setup and trying to look a certain way. Man, I'm a regular ass dude who gonna be on some regular shit. And you dudes need to kind of calm down some of these homo ass things y'all get on here and look at. And then Mark Summers says they call short passes, says and keep it on the ground because of the wind. Man, get the fuck out. They could have went down the field. It didn't stop them from kicking field goals. And then Mark Summers says, and the offensive coordinator says calls the offensive plays, says not Stefanski. Man, Stefanski hired that motherfucker, so it's on him. And then KM Cool says Jerry gotta go. Wait, Jerry who? Jerry wait, who the hell? What Jerry you talking about? Let me wait for what Jerry. Are you talking about Jerry Jones? No, if Jerry with the Raiders, he should go too. He need to go. Let me see. What's the other scores? Man, that what you call who was that pulled off the cold game? Carolina, man. messed it up for the. I know a lot of people lost money on that shit. I know a lot of y'all lost money on that Carolina game. Man, how did the Rams let that shit go? Everybody lost money on that shit except people in Carolina. It made hell, people in Carolina ain't even put money on the Carolina Panthers. Everybody lost money. It ain't all the casinos took everybody money on that shit. Nobody predicted that shit. That shit was crazy, man. Nobody predicted that shit. Damn, the Colts lost again? Damn, what's up with the Colts? What happened this game? Let me pull up stats on that. Who watched the Colts games? How the Colts lose again? Man, the Colts better not start doing their Philly shuffle and shit. The Colts better not start doing the Philly out here. The Colts is doing the Philly Eagles out here, man. What the hell is popping over there? Let me see. Let me pull up this. Jerry Jeudy, that receiver for the Browns. Yeah. Oh, he was the one who Shedeur threw that pass that was open, man. It kind of went over, but I think that receiver could have went for that ball too. Let me see. What the hell happened in this game? Damn. So the Texans win. Strauss didn't even put a touchdown in the damn end zone. They got it on the ground. So he throwing an interception. No touchdowns. He was pretty accurate. Sacked twice. On the ground. They only 100 yards. Nick Chubb's not much running. Touchdown. Was they fumbling the ball? Let's see. No interceptions from Daniel Jones. Did fumbles kill them off too? They didn't lose it. They fumbled. They didn't lose it. Damn, how they lose that shit? Damn, coach, y'all better pick this shit up. Y'all better pick it up, coach. Wait, Daniel Jones, where that fool came from? That fool used to play with, I want to say the Patriots or somebody, or the Giants. This fool, the Giants, that's where he's from. I think this fool I used to talk shit about. Yeah, he was an interception machine. Yeah, that fool, interception machine. And he over here and doing the same interception machine and shit. But yeah, y'all gotta pick that shit up, Colts. What's going on with the Colts, man? What the fuck is happening, man? Don't do what that says. Says Jerry gotta go. Says Kevin. Yeah, Kevin Stefanski definitely gotta go. He's a fucking idiot, a certified idiot. And then my game says your camera quality is trash. Says how do you make that gay as a deflection? Says upgrade your shit, man. Why you worried about my camera, man? I ain't no woman. You worry about the quality of my camera and shit, man. You try to look at a chick, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. I should be like this, like that. Then you say something about this, man. You worry about my camera quality, man. I ain't showing film on this shit. And then and it can't. Well, I'm gonna take your advice, man. I need to go get a better camera. Show my angles. Fuck out of here. And Jerry Jeudy says Shedeur sucks. Yeah, it showed us Dylan Gabriel, the motherfucker who position he took. So if Shedeur sucked, that mean that dude sucked ass. Just like Trump sucks ass. And then KM says y'all see. He says, y'all see that dude, Jerry, on the sideline, says, yelling at Shedeur, says, Jerry, sorry. Says, Jerry, sorry. Kevin, our coach, says, Jerry, sorry, Kevin, our coach, sorry. Damn, what the hell? He says, you see that Jerry on the sideline yelling at Shedeur, says, Jerry, sorry. Kevin, our coach. Okay, I got what you're saying. That's why y'all got to use them punctuations to kind of break the writing, says. But yeah, all of them, man, that coach is trash. I got to see the video of him yelling at Shedeur. I wonder if it could have been that pass that Shedeur threw that kind of floated. If it was after that pass that he may have been yelling at Shedeur. But the one knock I got to give Shedeur, holding that ball too long again. And then being, with certain he being indecisive maybe on a few passes. Even the one touchdown play that he threw, he was still kind of late on throwing that ball. That receiver is open, and he kind of was hesitant, getting the ball out of his hand kind of late. And then he finally threw it into that little pocket there, and that receiver able to run in there. But that's the one knock. Shedeur's still holding the ball a little bit too much. But I understand why he's holding the ball, because he had good protection. He was letting shit build up downfield. He's letting shit build up downfield, and it wasn't nothing there. So, but next time he needs to start running more. But that motherfucker's slow too. Shedeur is slow as a motherfucker. Man, that fool's slow. He says touchdown Raiders. Raiders still gonna fucking lose. That fool's slow, man. Them linemen was hawking Shedeur when he even getting out, scrambling out, rolling outside, man. Them big 300-pounders is catching up to Shedeur quick as hell. And then I thought they was on skates or something. Says Shedeur can tell what teammates he can trust. And then Mark Sumner says he had Jordy wide open, so downfield, says, and was nowhere close. Says was nowhere close with the pass. And then Box Sparring that Rollers says that's why you my dog, Reg. Yeah, the Raiders still gonna lose. Mark Sumner says most of his yards were by the receivers as after the catch. That's for all quarterbacks. That's for most quarterbacks, Mark Summers. That's why I don't give quarterbacks that credit for like short passes and then the receiver doing a bunch of work to gain yards. And it's crazy how that shit go on the quarterback stats, but that's during the white era of quarterback domination, of highlighting these quarterbacks, padding the fuck out of their stats, and then now that statistic stays there of quarterbacks throwing 2-yard passes. And oh damn, Geno threw an interception already, sacked twice. Yeah, the Chargers are going to end up whooping y'all asses. Let me see. Herbert throwing the interception. Yeah, it ain't gonna be. And that's the other thing. They got this rookie here, and stupid ass Pete Carroll don't use the dude enough. Man, that rookie ought to have 20-something damn carries. Here's this about to go into halftime. This dude only touched the ball 9 times. 9 times. And then Geno only 7 passes. Man, get the Raiders the hell up out of here, man. Yeah, they gotta get rid of everybody. Damn, Geno fumbled once. He got the ball back. Yeah, they about to. Oh man. Yeah, they gotta get rid of everybody, man. This fool, man. Wait, let me see. They got Khalil Mack still in the league. When did that fool come in the game? Dang, Khalil Mack is on the charges. Khalil Mack got to go off on these fools. Yeah, I see he got a damn tackle. Khalil Mack still in there. So yeah, he got to clown the Raiders because the Raiders did him dirty as a motherfucker. Because at that one point, he was like a top dog in the league. He was a top dog. What teams he been on? And it's crazy. He just went silent. So he went to Chicago, and then now he here in the Chargers. When did he come in the league? 2014. So that's an 11-year career. Man, salute to Khalil Mack, still in the damn league, man. Still in the league doing this shit. Man, after playing with was he under Gruden? Was Khalil Mack there with Gruden? Who had Khalil Mack stay in the Raiders? Was that Gruden? Somebody messed this shit off. And it says, and in Carolina says he never was fast. Talking about Shedeur. Shedeur is slow as fuck, man. To seeing Shedeur as a black dude, god damn, man. And then see, he the son of one of the fastest fools ever to put football gear on this shit, man. He definitely got his mama genetics, man. His mama probably slow as fuck, except when she running for a balling motherfucker. And then Bizamel, he says locker room would turn when they feel they all get blamed, says to deflect from Shedeur. Nah, today's game was the teammates. Shedeur had nothing to do with this loss. And maybe gonna go on that rookie number 84. He caused a lot of that shit. And the Box Sparring says Geno and Herbert says both threw INTs. And it came, the Rams quarterback was fucking up. Then he throw 2 pick sixes. The Ram quarterback, oh man, I know he wish he could take today back. That fool threw 3 interceptions, I think, today. 2 of them got taken to the house, I believe. And then KM says play calling for Shedeur says was trash. Says the win was a factor. Says Shedeur still looked better than Dylan. Facts. And Kevin Stefanski knew he could have been calling plays to go down the field. Playing in all this, needing to inch out the rope for these dudes, man. Take these fools off the leashes, man. And then Rob G in the building text Rattlesnake says, dang, says, how about them Cowboys? Man, them motherfuckers on the road right now. They on the road. J-Man in the building says, yeah. And then Box Sparring says Herbert hurt though. Says he got tackled, says and dislocated his finger on his non-throwing arm. Says he's still playing, says, but you can tell he's uncomfortable. Man, they're gonna pop him a pill. He gonna get one of them pills, and all that pain gonna be gone. In Carolina, and they're rolling. And then I'm about to get ready to go because I gotta do this other live about these stupid ass punk motherfuckers at that party in Stockton who opened fire at a kids party and then kill a bunch of kids and shit. But then it's about the type of energy that the people attending this party bring in that puts targets on them, and then they go on to shit that's occupied by kids, man. Santiago says you sound stupid. Man, I accept that one, Santiago. We keep our disrespect up over here. You won't hear me crying from you saying that. That's why I read it. And Boxing Sparring says Matt got traded, says traded to the Bears, says as soon as Gruden got to the Red. Oh, that's what happened. See, Gruden was a hoe, and that's why I'm glad things played out for Gruden. Karma was a motherfucker that struck Gruden in his motherfucking mouth. Because Gruden came in there doing some whole shit. He did that shit with that damn kicker. Remember they had the black kicker over there who was very popular. Gruden didn't like that, got rid of him. That's when things started to turn with Gruden. And it was like Gruden coming in here being a tyrant. And then find out, and I knew Gruden was on some whole shit before when Gruden lost his Tampa job. And then he was working on, what was it, the NFL network or one of these networks. And Gruden had a little segment where he doing all this shit, acting like he evaluating these quarterbacks. Anytime he brought a black quarterback on there, the shit right there, just the alarms went off for me because I can see through all that shit quickly. I said, man, it's for Gruden a bitch. I said, I see what the fuck he's doing because everything's no different than ESPN, how their sports segments go. Everything negative is certain black players. They look for negative shit. They'll never bring up anything negative on a white athlete. Even if they show a hockey game and white hockey players punching the fuck out of each other, swinging sticks and hurting each other, they'll praise that shit. Never talk about suspensions, this and that, condemning that shit. They don't do that. The glaring Jim Crowism of sports is crazy to me. But then most dumb niggas want to talk about the shit in boxing. I mean, you expect it to be more in boxing. It ain't even that apparent in boxing. But all these other sports that these Negroes watch and praise, that shit is glaring as fuck. Basketball, not so much because basketball is such a fast-paced, continuous game. But if it was slowed down like the rest of them, they'll enter. They even attempt to interject that shit in basketball. You get a white player who can compete and a little bit good, they start to pull that shit with one of them into the game. And then, but yeah, that was cold what Gruden was doing, and that's why I'm glad things fell apart for Gruden because he's a hoe. And then Lindell says, please get rid of the coach. Says Shedeur leave Cleveland. Says ASAP. Says you'll be successful elsewhere. Yeah, I wish Shedeur can get out of there. I wish he can. But then it'll probably be like, would it leave a bad taste in Shedeur to be like, to go to a team and then you still got to look at it like, all you motherfuckers passed up on me. All of you motherfuckers went 5 rounds and never took me. And then to watch me get a late opportunity in a game and see I can play this position, and then you will accept me through a trade. Shedeur had to feel away. He probably want to ride this Cleveland shit out. But then again, you can't play in it. If you playing it feeling like fuck y'all type shit, then they'll get the best of you. So Shedeur probably be like, fuck it, give me a starting opportunity. Let me prove myself. I'll come there. Mark Summers says, no one wants Shedeur. Says that's why he was picked in the 5th round, says at Lindell. Nah, that ain't this, that whole ass Jim Crowism shit of football. And Lindell says, thanks for being real, says my guy, says subscribe. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that, folks. And then Mark Summers says, you think blacks are above criticism? You hear me criticize black folks all the time. You say nothing till you hear me talk about white folks, which I do about evenly. And then you bring your white ass up in here. Like I say, you one of the white dudes, I bring your mom on here. She talk about how many times she didn't call the police because you didn't put a pillow over her fucking face. Or you didn't went it, snuck in her room, sneaking under her skirt, sniffing her drawers or something. And then Boxing Sparring says, Marquette King says, was the Raiders' black kicker. That sounds like, yeah, says he was smashing Michaela Mayers, bro. Oh, did Jim Gruden get mad over that shit? How dare you touch a good old, nice, athletic, blonde white woman? You got to go, boy. I'm going to separate y'all. And then Lindell says, the Mark Summers says the fans ain't, you meant saying, not Dan. The fans ain't saying that, says the organization. Yeah, because the fans who are mainly white, when they go to that goddamn Cleveland Brown game, they boo the hell out that white quarterback. So Mark Summers, you ought to have some criticism for them white Cleveland fans. And then Lindell says, I'm from Cleveland, says he needs to leave, says it will fuck up his career. And then Mark Summers says there's money in winning. Says not catering to some Negroes. This fool used the word Negro. Some Negroes that don't go to the games. Says watch the games on the league. Yeah, why he doing it? Like he done bust out an N word. He bust out a safe N word. It's not really that. It's in the book. It's in the dictionary. Nigga said like he wanted to take that ROS off of that shit and replace that E with an I. Oh, it's crazy. That's like when the white dude came on Ken Mack show yesterday. We was on there, and he immediately get on there and want to start using the N word and shit. Boy, y'all losing y'all rabbit ass minds. And Dale says they racist as fuck. Says it's us. It's been like that in Cleveland. Says born and raised, trust me. And that's why y'all need gangs up there. It's important to having gangs so you can bust these punks in their mouth when they want Congress. I was watching Timothy McVeigh shit. And I was looking at all the stupidity that goes in these kind of damn areas. These old evangelical, whatever the hell you call them, evangelical Christian ass people and all these are rural-minded people who have all this crybaby shit, anti-government shit, and they want to go about these extremes on where they do shit. Man, the government was wrong for doing the Branch Davidian and Ruby Ridge and this and that. This fool go load a truck up full of shit, blow it up and kill all these kids. I'm like, and it's a bunch of these motherfuckers. I served in the military with a bunch of these degenerate motherfuckers. The one thing I always let them know, I will whoop your motherfucking ass. And then Reggie's a racist. He don't like white people. Man, whoever fuck told you that? Like I told you, I will whoop your stupid motherfucking ass and that backwood punk shit that your uncle and daddy done taught your whole ass. Cause you's a bitch. It's as simple as that. So drop the link real quick. Okay, I'll drop the link real quick for my brother Megazar. Let me see. Let me drop the link in the chat. And then if whoever want to jump on, let me see what Megazar got real quick. Mark Summers says blacks are usually on the pervert stuff. Says like the San Francisco booty sniffer. Nah, it's a bit more y'all. That booty sniffer dude was probably mixed. He probably had a white mama. Your mama, he probably your brother. Your mama adopted his ass. And the box of sparring says you seen that Ed Gein documentary says on Netflix. Wait, is Ed Gein that he a serial killer or some shit, right? Who is box of sparring? Is Ed Gein a serial killer? And he says, Mark Summers says, funny as hell. Yeah, he bust out the Ed word, this shit. And Adele says that boy Big Mad. Says that boy Mark Big Mad. Yeah, he mad as shit, like they always get. Says I got about 10 minutes to cook. And then Lindell says, I left Cleveland, says I never look back. Says big successful now, says in peace of mind. Says they killed Gerald Revert's brother, says up there and covered it up. Wait, who is Gerald? Oh, you meant Levert. You talking about Gerald Levert. Gerald Levert brother talking about when he was in jail or something like that. Like, and the other thing with Cleveland, like, man, yeah, Cleveland one of the more Rust Belt ass states, man. And they really ruined even like the steel industries to try to destroy black folks. Black folks going up there, black folks finding success working in there because we did the labor. We worked, we bust our ass, work hard, had the skills. What's up, Megazar? Go ahead and cook.
Actually, I ain't got you too long, but I watched the game. I think the special teams killed them, man. You can't, from the get-go, the 49ers really only drove on their touchdown drives a total of 66 yards. And that was mainly due to special teams blunders. You can't win a game like that. And it was just smart. Shanahan just outcoached.
Yeah. Oh, you broke up. Yeah, but no, that special team shit was horrific, man. They had so many lapses and just thinking out there.
Why don't you call it? You know what I'm saying?
Wait,
Why
no,
don't you?
you had froze for a minute. You probably got it about like 20 seconds if you had said something. You had broke up for about 20 seconds.
I was like, special teams killed them. And Kevin Stefanski got outcoached. Shanahan outcoached his ass of his chest, man. How do you not call a timeout to gather your team when you're on 4th and 1, and when you're getting ready to set the huddle, it's already at 10 seconds. You got to call a timeout, man, because you're putting your offense in danger of making a mistake like they did. And then they did a direct snap to the tight end. And it's just like, even with all that, special teams just broke their back, man. I think Shedeur in the first half played a damn good game. Like, third quarter was key because that was the only quarter in the second half that they were playing with the wind. Because you can see in the fourth quarter, Shedeur tried to get it to Isaiah Bond, and he threw a goose, and it wasn't because he threw a bad ball, just that the wind caught it. Because the winds was 40 to 45 miles per hour, and you're not finna throw into the wind like that. I don't care how much of a cannon you got. You know what I'm saying? Like the wind, he got it there, but it wasn't crisp. You know what I'm saying? So I just think special teams killed them, man. First half, I feel like Tommy Reese called a damn good game, but at the end, how you let the 49ers get some? It was 33 seconds on the clock. How you let them get a field goal?
Right.
How you let them get a field goal, man? Why do you kick a touchback? Why do you do that? Kick the ball, keep it in play. Don't touch back because you give it to him on the 30. And Brock Purdy is good. Brock Purdy is actually one of the best in the NFL at keeping plays alive. And he showed that today. Myles Garrett had about 3 sacks, but he only got 1 because Brock Purdy know how to keep the play alive. He got that scrappiness. So I would say it was a lot of, you could tell the guys that was making mistakes, they were, rookies, or they were off the street, non-drafted, players. So, it's just when it rains, it pours. Like I said, when you the Cleveland Browns, man, like when it rains, it pours. I felt like Shedeur played a great first half of football, and you really can't grade the second half because it was nullified by the special teams mistakes.
Yeah, that shit was bad. I didn't watch that first fumble in the third, man, but it seemed like 49ers held that ball for damn the majority of that damn quarter.
Man, it's just Shanahan, bro. It's levels to this coaching shit, man. It's levels. And it's, like I said, Stefanski, he's a good coordinator. He's a glorified coordinator. He's not a head coach. I think they found something. with Shedeur, but they need better offensive player. They got their running back. They got their tight end of the future. They got a second, third, like Isaiah Bond. If Isaiah Bond is your third option, you got a good receiving core. Him having to be the second option, for one, if Jerry Jeudy is your first option, you don't have a good crop of wide receivers. Like, it's a reason why Denver let him go. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let him go. Then they let him go. So I think in the draft, I feel as though Shedeur has shown enough to give him a shot for a year to see what he got. Draft you some linemen, draft you some skilled players. They hit the home run on Carson Schlesinger. That white boy looked like the second coming of Brian Urlacher, Luke Kuechly. Yeah, Schlesinger, they hit the jackpot with him. Pretty much all they rookies. Fannin, tight end, he had a mistake today, but Fannin a good tight end. Like I said, I think they had a great draft class for rookies. They hit it out the park. Even Dylan Gabriel, as a backup quarterback, I believe he's serviceable, and I think he's just somebody great to have around in the quarterback room, because you could tell if you ever actually hear him talk X's and O's, he's actually pretty bright. So, having him around isn't bad. Having Deshaun Watson there is good. I think, you draft you some more skilled players, some linemen, and see what you can do next year. Obviously, you got to get rid of Kevin Stefanski. I think Andrew Berry brought himself another year with this draft class. And I think it's already in. I think, Hassan's already like, we're going to keep Shedeur for the rest of the season, see what we could do. And all you can, he played mistake-free football today. Saleh schemed him up a little bit in the second half with those sacks, schemed him up. So that's just kudos. That's just kudos to a great defensive coordinator. But I got a dip, Reggie. I just came through just cook for a little bit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna end it with your video. I'm gonna play your video for the folks out there.
Okay, that's for sure.
Yes.
It'll be on streaming probably at the end of the month, because I'm trying to do some from a promotional standpoint with the video. Because after it reaches a certain goal of where I wanted to get, then I'm gonna start doing like the breakdown of the lyrics, and go into the motivation and the inspiration behind the song in general. Just to add some more content, just so people can kind of like get a glimpse, and then we'll go into my creative process and things like that.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, we on that shit, man. I'm push that shit because this shit dope than a motherfucker, man. You put your work in on this.
But like I said, I appreciate you, brother. Like I said, I wish I could cook a little bit longer, but I'm on the road right now. So I gotta pay attention. I got my wife and my baby and my son in the car. So
Yes, sir. Salute to the fam. Salute to y'all. Make it
all right,
safe.
brother. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. All right, here we go. This is Megazord, folks. So this is Megazord rapper, lyrical as a motherfucker. Y'all ever been on here? You damn near know every rap song, R&B song ever made. So, dude, you'll hear in the lyricism, man, in this track right here. But check him out. Let me see. Subscribe to his channel too. So this is Megazord channel. Let me go ahead and drop this in the chat. So y'all tune in to this. And we'll end it on this one. I'm come back live on that Stockton mass shooting.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell them niggas, I was literally next in line to be the next King R&B. They gave a nigga tour of the castle. You know what I'm saying? I went to the throne. I sat on the chair and shit. You know what I'm saying? Felt the crushed velvet. They even put the crown on my head. I was like, I can't accept it. I've been derelicting my duty. I've been, you know what I'm saying, neglecting the chosenness and shit. Yeah. Let me show you what these dollars do. Course saw stay razor sharp. I'm the incomparable. For sure, it's all swim with the sharks. That's where I'm comfortable. Highest level of difficulty against the CPU. Now, let me show you what these dollars do. Niggas have never seen nothing like the Czar, they mind can't compute. Niggas have never heard a man keep his word and be equitable. Smear campaign against my name and never stand, I'm too reputable. Forever ready, it's Machiavelli. Whisper to an Olivia, she began to rock steady. No longer lost and turned out. Was once lost and now found. Her pristine essence is queen. I just readjusted her crown. I realized life fam. Now, who else that be doing this? I present the 7 and pairs before Luka Doncic, bitch. It's still 7 in pairs, even throughout his absence. All hell led better. Luka, they blowing hookah and eating Williams chicken. Yeah. Let me tell you what these dollars do. Younger me rolling and stolen, but the most dangerous and wildest you. Ride around with real sights that'll take everything that belong to you. Playing the role like they get broke and hit you when you're most vulnerable. Damn. I was constantly getting hemmed up by the gang unit as an honor student to me, repping my hood, my honor to it. I was hella foolish, no respect for life, nigga. Hella good to stop for my chain, even take a life to get my life for once. All the mixture that a nigga point was proven. Damn. So what you want to do? For sure it's all dance with the stars. I'm astronomical. For sure it's all bow when God is displayed. All praises through the flies, the salams and I shades presented unto you. I'm aging backwards so you don't act your age. My alkalinities, neuroplastics, the clearest channel I gleam UV rays. The carbon-based humility emanated from the black ash face, a ridge, a space, a negative energy. Ho, I'm the wisest sage. Never had to burn it, but you're not ether, I permit. Leave your pink lusters and clusters all across the firmament. If I shake a nigga ass the ashes, hashtag it, he definitely earned it. Strictly business. Parrish Smith, Eric Sermon. Yeah, nigga still ain't ready. Not at all. Cause if you want to be my fiasco, gotta be bad just like Bianca. Come here, rude girl, ASAP like Rihanna. That wave on Aquarius, but that snap be on Piranha. Cause if I fuck up, then I'ma fuck up and have multiple baby mamas. Then marry them all, fucking we ball, it's the return of Solomon. They read about me in the scripture, didn't know that I was walking amongst you, nigga. I'm just bullshit. I'm just bullshit, nigga. Yeah. Triple digit.
Sir, you got anything to close out before we end it?
Hey, it's all love. Be my nigga. Always. Hey, they can't fuck with
Nah,
him.
I'm good, bro. I appreciate you, brother.
They can't fuck with him. On his worst day, that is his worst nightmare.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all we got, folks. I'll catch y'all in like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I'll be back on here for my next live.
That is the chef with the motherfucking glasses. All I do is hit. I don't never miss it. If I let blue light turn in your night right, shit, that's what I do.